Good Sunday morning. This is video or vlog number 2 while I'm here on vacation, just enjoying my summer here in Columbus, Ohio, visiting family. We are actually going to be checking out Franklin Park today. We actually came here I want to say maybe 1 or 2 days ago, just to explore and kind of check some things out, but we decided to come back and bring my aunt and my mom because the botanical garden and the rest of the park itself is just so pretty. It's kind of hard to pass up and not want to bring people here. So we're going to be exploring today. Gonna also check out an area of the park that we didn't get a chance to check out last time, which is, if you guys can see over there, just kind of beyond those gates. You can pay to get into that part of the botanical gardens, that part of the park, and it's absolutely stunning. At least it looks stunning from out here. So we're gonna check all that stuff out today. You were saying all this is pretty new to you, right?
Yes.
When's the last time that you remember being at Franklin Park and checking some things out over here?
It's been over 10 years, so.
A good while then.
Yes.
Do you remember any of this stuff? Was there even a foundation for it laid or anything? Or
No.
this is all completely brand new?
All brand new. This was not here. This shade garden was not here. This fencing was not here.
For her, this is literally stepping into basically a brand new park at this point. So we're pretty excited to show her all the stuff that we found out and obviously show you guys as well. Definitely wanted to bring my aunt and hopefully my grandma at some point out here to come and check out this park and everything. They apparently used to bring me here when I was just a little kid and walk around the park and let me ride my tricycle and run around on the playground, all that fun stuff. So for them, they very much so remember Franklin Park, but they don't remember this from Franklin Park. So it's nice to kind of bring them back out here, let them explore, and I guess kind of switch roles. They used to bring us when we were kids, now we're bringing them, now that we're all grown up and everything. It's pretty cool. But to give you guys a little bit more of kind of a viewpoint of what the park looks like, it's a very big, expansive park. Lots of different areas and little nature centers that you can go to. There's buildings, there's outdoor areas, there's hybrids, so to speak, so kind of buildings and outdoor areas built together. One of the things that I noticed about the park the first time that we came, and that I'm experiencing as well this time, is that there's a little bit more detail that goes into building parks than I think a lot of us recognize. The layout of the park and how you build things in terms of how close certain structures are to buildings, where you plant certain trees and where you put bathrooms and trash cans and all that stuff, that all has a side of it that requires planning. And Franklin Park in particular, the first thing that I noticed about it was the placement of the trees is actually very nice and pretty smart, because the trees, as big as they are, as you can see, kind of provide little shade patches intermittently along the way as you go throughout the park. So you're never out in the middle of the sun like I am right now for too long of a period of time. There's always a bench or a tree or something like that that you can easily walk a couple feet to or something like that, and then hop in the shade and cool down if you want to. Or I guess if you're out here and it was raining, you could hop underneath the tree, maybe get a little coverage. Same thing with the buildings. The buildings are pretty close by as well, so bathrooms, all that stuff, it's very evenly dispersed. Smart layout and smart design for whoever made this. Looks like there's a field trip or something going on over here, but it's cool because the playground's central. They got all the little kiddies out here playing, enjoying their stuff, and they got access to the park, check out the different plants and everything. Really awesome space to bring, kids and community and all that stuff.
That wasn't there. See how it slopes down? That was not there. This wasn't here.
Yeah, this is a whole, literal whole botanical garden. So it's pretty cool. We'll show you what it looks like when we get in there. You heard it from my aunt. They've made lots of changes here. Lots of cool, good changes and everything. And we aren't even able to experience all of them ourselves. We're gonna come and try and soak up as much as we can today, but they've even got events and everything that go on here. There's a farmer's market over here as well. So they've got different events and music that comes on. There's a little amphitheater towards the front. Farmer's market and other things come to visit. As you can see, the little kids are out having a field trip today, as I hear them somewhere back there behind me. Yeah, it's a nice place to stop past. I would definitely check it out if you're in the area for this stuff. But coming up in front of us, this is the entrance to the botanical garden. So check this stuff out and let me know what you think. It's called Pollinator's Garden. I'm guessing this is where they let all the pollinators, quote unquote, come and, you know, do their thing, do their nature thing. Plenty of flowers out here and everything. Whew, I don't know if you guys can hear that right now, but someone is not happy. So yeah, little fountain right here. I don't think that it's on, but they've got plenty of these sprinkled throughout the gardens and throughout the area. You'll see another one a little bit later as we reach another kind of little meditation circle, so to speak. And I think there's maybe one or two more that actually help with watering the plants.
The bees and hummingbirds love that plant.
Which plant is it?
It's the one with the little...
The red one?
Yeah.
What's it called? This one? This guy right here?
I can't remember, yes.
And you said hummingbirds like it? Do hummingbirds come to your house?
Yes.
What?
Yes. I was sitting on the patio and one flew around my head.
No way.
Yep, it just kept circling. And it sounded like...
That's cool. There we go, one of the pollinators himself out here working. Pretty cool though. Hey little guy, we appreciate your work. Now this is pretty cool over here. We got some of this last time. They actually have, it's this place over here. I don't quite know the pronunciation, but it's called the apiary? Apiary maybe? Not too sure, but when you look through the glass over here, you'll actually see it's a little honeybee farm in there. So they've got all the little boxes, or like, I guess, like man-made houses for the hives of the bees and everything. And obviously they come in there and they do their thing. And the roof is open. Obviously, there's no net or roof or anything keeping them enclosed. So the bees actually probably leave this area right here and go and pollinate and, you know, do bee things with the rest of the plants and the greenery here in the botanical garden. And then they just fly back over and come back to their little hives. Little apartment buildings is kind of what it looks like, honestly. And then continue their work and continue their stuff. Coming up over here is kind of, I guess, what you would consider the main section of the outdoor botanical gardens. Really, really pretty. Check this out. Wow, wow, wow. So pretty. I feel like I'm being transported. Hello, little butterfly. I feel like I'm being transported to a literal, like, different country or something. Wow, wow, wow. The first thing we noticed when we reached this part of the botanical garden when we first visited, it's a very big garden, very big property. You've seen a glimpse of it walking through that little area right here, but there's this side over here, this side back here, that building back there, and even beyond those bushes and those trees is even more. There's spice gardens and great vineyards and all that stuff, so we'll get into that in a minute. But massive property, and it's so cool that you can just walk through and check out all the things that they're growing, the vegetables, the fruits, spices, herbs, all that stuff. They've got them all labeled and just out in the open for you to check out. I love getting out and doing stuff like this. I don't know about you guys, but I just love stepping out. I love enjoying outdoor adventures. Anywhere where I can go and walk and get my steps in and just do my thing, explore a little bit, have a little adventure, that's my cup of tea. So this building right here, this is actually called the Apiary Building right there. So maybe this potentially leads to our bumblebee friends. No, that's locked. I don't want to unlock anything I'm not supposed to. Yeah, that's locked too. Okay, well, maybe no apiary building for public visitors, but we at least got to take a peek. So another cool fact about this is that they're very hands-on with their care here. Last time when we came and visited, there was someone out here gardening, tending to the plants, watering them, all that stuff. And of course, this time when we come, someone's doing the same thing, but just in a different manner. They're cutting the lawn, keeping things nice and trim and neat and clean. It's pretty cool. Actually, Auntie, give us your analysis. What is this plant?
I don't know, but it looks like it's gonna grow something on it. Little
like,
green.
See, this is what grows.
Oh.
See?
Little, like, looks like bell peppers.
Yeah, but I don't know what that is.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So while Auntie's photographing mystery fruits and vegetables and everything, I'm going to show you guys the rest of the identified fruits and vegetables. This was the kind of outdoor garden area, the main outdoor garden area, I should say, where we were seeing all the different types of plants. We were seeing tomatoes, cabbages, grapes, everything was up in here. And this is just one section of it. There's another big section over there that we'll work our way around to. But check this stuff out.
So you can hook you can get the hose out, you put the spigot, and then you can water your plot.
You say what?
They have spigots at each station, so you can hook the hose and then water your plot after you get out of the barn.
Oh, are these like other people's plots? I thought they belonged to the garden.
Well, it's each person, when you have a community garden, owns a plot. So
Ah.
a plot of garden, and then everybody can come wash it and look at it. But it gives you the idea of like a community vibe. But
very cool.
It's your particular.
It's like Farmville 2.0.
Yes.
Very
Farming
cool.
Sims.
So I guess I was semi-accurate with that. Katie brought a little bit more clarity to it. I didn't realize that this is a community garden where people come and pay for their own little section. And then obviously the whole community can come and check things out and, you know, enjoy it as well. But it's completely out in the open and available to the public. Piper's Peppers. They have the Garden of the Week. Come check it out, guys. I found the Garden of the Week.
Piper's Peppers.
Good job, Piper.
Are those tomatoes, though?
Or maybe it's Jeff. The name over there says Jeff Harriman. So maybe it's Jeff who has Piper's Peppers.
Is that an heirloom tomato?
But
Split like that.
wow.
That's an heirloom tomato. You know how they look like
Yeah.
all kind of funny shape, you know?
I was about to say, I can see why we're winning over here with this side of the garden. This is like James and the Giant Peach size stuff in here. I'm just gonna take a little peek. Look at the size of that thing. Take a peek down another one of these lanes right here as we work our way back and check out more of the garden. But look at that. Huge, huge, huge. Rows after rows. And all of it, again, is tended to by the community. Wow, look at these sunflowers. So tall. So pretty too. They're like a blood red, orangish kind of color. Yeah, look at this guy. They've even got a little lending library over here, which is always a unique and welcome sight. For those of you who are unfamiliar with these little lending libraries, basically they're the equivalent of a community bookshelf or a community library. They look like little birdhouses, and they're honestly dispersed pretty much everywhere. You can find them in cities, you can find them out here in botanical gardens, you can find them virtually anywhere. And essentially people come, they drop off books, and the message or the idea behind it is you trade books, and essentially it's just a giving and getting kind of thing. So as long as you come and you give a book, or you don't take all the books to go sell them, or you know, whatever, it'll always have items in there that people can come and just kind of enjoy for free, which I think is a pretty cool concept. Enough of this area. As beautiful as it is, let's go ahead and make our way back. I'll show you guys some of the spice gardens that they've got back there, and then we can venture into one of my favorite parts of this outdoor section, the grapevine section. There we go. So here's some more beds, and these, according to a gentleman that we spoke to last time, are some more like spice beds and herbs and stuff like that in this section. Even more beds. Oh, is this another cabbage back here? You know, for a while, I had thought about trying to pick up or learn a little bit of gardening and plant work and everything like that, but I just don't have the patience for it. I always kill the plant. So I think they're safer out here in this garden or with our two family botanists than they are with me. Oh look, is this a little plum?
I think it's a...
It says lavender on the thing, but it looks like a little plum.
Those are eggplants.
Ah, they even got strawberries up here. Here are like some of the whatchamacallit, some of the herbs and the spices and stuff like that. Got some stevia out here, which is just so cool. Some tarragon. I've seen all these spices in the spice cabinet. Curry spice, celery, all that stuff. I've seen all this stuff, but I guess to me, another interesting part of visiting a botanical garden to see all this stuff is that we typically, a lot of us, I feel like, grow up, and because of the convenience of the supermarket and having everything readily made and processed already for us, we don't see things in this natural state. We don't see it in its first form. But this is how it originally is, and I think that's so cool to be able to get a sneak peek and see something like, for example, stevia in the ground, growing, doing its thing. I always knew stevia as just the sweetener, you know, the refined granular stuff in the packet, but obviously it comes first from the plants and stuff that are in the ground, so it's just cool to be able to see that stuff. More stuff over here. We've got squash growing and everything. Zucchini back here, more tomatoes, and I'm sure when they harvest this stuff, whenever it's ready, put it in a salad, chop up the veggies, put them on a sandwich, you know, whatever you cook your veggies with or eat your veggies with meal-wise, it probably tastes so fresh and so good. Is this more kale back here? I think so. Probably more kale or cabbage. All right, I feel like that's enough of this section. Let's pause the vlog until we get to the grape vines, my favorite section. What do you think so far of the botanical garden?
Very pretty.
That's my favorite part over there.
Yeah, that's really pretty. I like that.
We'll work our way over that in a second. So something that we actually didn't get a chance to explore last time was this live fire cooking theater, as it says right there. Live fire cooking theater. It doesn't look like it's anything too crazy, but I'm sure once the sun comes down and they fire it up in the evening, it's probably really nice. Basically, it just looks like it's a giant outdoor kind of bonfire section that they've got here. Let's see what this plaque says here. Live fire cooking theater, inspired by the vision of Jim Budrose, built through the generosity of Bill Gerhardt. Okay, cool. But yeah, it looks like it's two giant kind of stove areas right here, and I'm sure they just pull up some chairs or maybe set an event to happen here, and then yeah, light a fire. And who doesn't love a good fire when it's a summer evening or something like that, to roast marshmallows on, or just to have for the atmosphere of things. What do you think so far, Auntie?
I love it. Getting some good ideas that I could probably implement in my yard.
Okay, this is my favorite section over here, the grapevines and this little terrace area that they got going on here. It's pretty cool. They have full-on grapevines back here, and like Katie said, here we go. So you guys can see there are a couple of the grapes right there growing, and I'm sure they'll soon be ready to pick off the vines and eat or make into a juice or wine. And I'm not gonna lie, when you're walking through here, it smells so sweet. So sweet walking through those grapevines. It's almost like you opened up a little canister of the Welch's grape juice and you just take a whiff of that. Like, it's like a very sweet, pleasant white grape smell, which is just, it smells delicious, man. Anyways, so here is a good spot to kind of give you guys a vantage point and let you see the entire patio and everything that they've built back here. And of course, a nice little fountain over here too. Right now we're currently in a place called the Cutting Garden. Another one called the Ornamental Parterre Garden, or Pear Terra Garden. Again, really pretty. I like the colors of the purple and the pink. Gives you this nice, like, soothing, calming effect. I don't know what it is about the colors purple and pink. When I see them in nature, it's very calming to me. Wow, wow, wow. And it's see-through. There is no glass or anything in here, but it's very pretty. I wonder what this is called over here. Let's check this sign out. Oh, this is a rose garden. Well, where are the roses? Maybe it's just called the rose garden, because I don't see any roses in here. A little dragonfly. He's busy doing dragonfly things, just like the bumblebees and the rest of the insects and fauna around here and everything. But man, I can't recommend this enough. If you need a break, if you need a quiet step away from the hustle bustle, work, whatever it may be, or if you're visiting Columbus, Ohio, or Ohio State, you know, for whatever reason, and you're in the area, make sure you stop past Franklin Park and come check out the Botanical Garden. Even if you don't pay to get into the area that we're going to go check out here in a second, the outdoor area is completely free. And it's beautiful. It's absolutely stunning, and a nice, welcome, just kind of piece of nature in the middle of Columbus that you can come and visit whenever you want. This one is interesting. This one's called the Fragrance Garden. And I'm standing here. You know what? I can smell it. There's a scent. It smells like lavender. Like when you get like scented therapeutic pillows and oils and stuff like that, it smells like a light scent of lavender. I don't know what lavender looks like myself, but I know it's purple. I wonder if it's this right here that's giving off the scent, or if it's maybe one of those other plants. But if you do stand there and you breathe in, especially with the breeze helping carry it, yeah, I smell it. There's a faint smell of lavender, and that's just so soothing. That's so awesome, man. If you are a plant expert and you see lavender popping up in here, timestamp it in the comments below so that everybody can check it out. Did you see they have a section over there called the Fragrance Garden? No. And when you step through it, it smells like lavender.
I'm going to have to go over there because I want to smell that.
Took a short break to just kind of cool off and get some snacks and some water, Gatorade and all that stuff in us, but we're back to exploring. And we're actually coming up on a pretty interesting garden over here right now. I don't know if you guys can see this, but this says the International Cuisine Garden. I'm assuming, if I had to put my context clues together and give it my best educated guess, that the International Cuisine Garden likely contains fruits, vegetables, and plants that are normally grown or native to other countries. I can't verify that, obviously, but I'm seeing like little peppers and everything in this garden, and they've got some sort of plant set up and growing over there, and a couple other things and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm assuming that it's probably containing stuff that's not locally grown in the USA, which I think is pretty cool. They look like leaves. I think they're leaves. I'm not sure, but they're soft. I'm going to take you guys into my secret hideout, kind of tucked away in the trees. Give me one moment to find a way inside of here, and I'll show you one of the best spots in the entire botanical garden. Well, best hidden spots in the entire botanical garden. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Snake my way back there, and there's a bench right there. That's very peaceful. So I just kind of tucked my way under here last time. And there's like these little fruits in here. I think these may be apples or maybe pears or something. Not sure, but we're gonna work our way around to this bench. Take ourselves a little breather here. We made it. Okay. Whew. We made it. So this is it. This is one of my favorite little spots in the entire garden. Hold on, we've got a little squirrel coming to check things out. I wonder if I can just... He's right behind you, actually. I'm trying to find the squirrel here, guys. Hold on. There he goes. Look at him. What's up, little buddy? What are you doing over here? Wow. He was making a cameo in my vlog. There he goes, climbing up the tree over there in the corner. Thanks for stopping by, little buddy. So this is actually one of my favorite spots in the whole botanical garden. I know it may seem simple, but both times that I've been here, I don't think I've ever seen anybody come in here and actually sit down and enjoy this little grotto, I guess, so to speak. Yeah, it's interesting and it's unique to me. I, of course, saw the bench in here and I had to come and check it out. There's something about being just kind of surrounded and enclosed by the trees that's just peaceful to me. It's nice. It's got its own little bubble, own little world kind of feel to it. And of course you have little furry friends that tend to pop in here and there and say hello as well, so what's not to like? And I'm seeing a couple more of these on the ground, but I think it's confirmed. These are actually apples in this tree. You can see these, there we go. See, split open, you can kind of peek inside some of them. These look just like apples. So we are actually in a little apple grove surrounding this little secret base, which I think is pretty cool. So it's getting a little hot out here, but I did want to show you guys still the remaining structures out here. They've got this really pretty kind of outdoor greenhouse area, I guess, so to speak. Not exactly a greenhouse because it's not glass, but still really cool. Looks like they've got a couple plant beds and stuff growing in here, which is awesome. Hi there, how are you guys?
Good. How are you?
Good. You guys enjoying the botanical garden?
Yeah.
It's pretty, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Have a good day. But yeah, it's a couple little plant gardens in here. Just a nice stop to, nice area, I should say, to take a pit stop and rest, recuperate, just like that couple back there. Oh, yeah, over here. It's what they call a serenity garden. And it is a nice little tucked away area back here with this cool kind of circular design to it, with a nice little babbling brook fountain area back here, which is very peaceful, because who doesn't like the sound of gentle running water to soothe the mind and the soul? But very peaceful. And again, this area is secluded kind of from the rest of the park as well, so it's easy to come back here and get some quiet away from other people maybe visiting, or if they've got kids and tours kind of running around and stuff. You can go back there and meditate, or just enjoy yourself a little step away from the hustle bustle. So yeah, I think that's everything for the outdoor botanical garden. Let's go ahead and try and meet up with Auntie and Kate and Mom and see if they want to go to the indoor section with the enclosed area that you have to pay for and everything. Just wanted to pause and show you guys as we're walking through these grapevines. There are actually purple grapes here as well, so these ones are probably close to being ready to be picked and eaten. There's a couple more over here, and again, they smell so sweet, so delicious and sweet. It smells like white grape juice from like the Welch's bottle, or you know, wherever. Delicious. Let's continue the exploration. You want to head to the conservatory? All right, let's do it. Let's go now. So this next section of the park that we are going to be heading into here relatively soon is actually uncharted area to us. We haven't checked this part out. We opted to save it for when we could bring Auntie and Mom or whoever else wanted to come, because you do have to pay to enter this part of the building. So we figured, you know, we'll wait until everyone can come until we pay for it. But it looks like, coming up over here on a little park map, let's see what we got here. Conservatory building, exactly where we want to be, right up there. And based off of the little scribbles and drawings on this map, I think we were just walking up here on the park, because over there is our little circular parking lot right there. So conservatory is here, and then this right here is everything inside of it, I believe. The Botanical Gardens. So let's check it out. And here we are, the main conservatory building. Look at that thing, it's very pretty. I like the glass and the greenery all around it. Looks great. Another landmark reached. Back camera vlogs. So we've got admission here, $23. Senior citizens, $20. Youth, ages 3 through 12, is $16. And I guess if you're a member, or if you have some sort of member or child under 3, you can get in for free. Look at the inside of this place, man. And the AC in here feels absolutely wonderful. A nice welcome surprise. I did not expect to have AC in here because I was just walking around outside in the heat all day, but wow, it feels great to have this AC. Kate, we need to purchase tickets? Kate, oh, you got some? Okay, cool. All right. Let's get ourselves situated. Use the restroom, grab a quick swig of water, and then keep exploring. Oh, whole different little area in here. It's got beautiful sunlight in the windows, and I believe this area leads to the inner biomes, so to speak, as they say, which are all the cool things that you can see from the street and from the paths as you're walking around and exploring. But wow, look at this. There's like a little inner cafe. I don't know if there's food in here, but inner area and stuff like that. Oh, there is a cafe in here. Gift shop over there. Some sort of area for little kids. Now this is nice. This is really, really nice. I think what I'll do, I'll take a quick little peruse through the gift shop just to show you guys what they've got in there, kind of peek in that area. And then I'm gonna go and check out the garden cafe and see if I can get myself my first cup of coffee for the day. Oh, this is kind of, I don't quite know the word to describe this, but the first word that comes to mind for me is like it's one of those like boutique gift shops. They've got all sorts of like handcrafted items and unique kind of trinkets and curios to peruse, bring home, and give you a very distinct taste of whatever area you are going to. Personally, I always find these gift shops interesting. Little book section back there for the kids. And looks like there's a section out here. Ah, yes, there it is. Plants this way. Well, don't mind if I do. Wow. Look at this little greenhouse out here. This is really cool. And they're for purchase too. Wow, this is definitely a cool spot. Little fountain in the middle there. But come on, y'all. Doesn't get much better than this. I love exploring, and even in the calm areas, like this little botanical garden and gift shop and stuff like that. This stuff is just so interesting to me. I love taking you guys on these adventures with me. And the reason being is because I think it's just nice to be able to step out and do these things every once in a while. And not everybody can immediately just come and visit these areas. So whenever I can, I document so I can take the memory home with me and show you guys as well. think there's a secondary outdoor area over here. This looks like the outdoor section of the greenhouse. Let's see. Aha, we can go out here. Cam continues his exploration. Very cool. This just looks like more gardening stuff out here. Still, nonetheless, I like these little terrace areas that they built in here. These are unique and very enjoyable to shop in. I think I will pop back inside and check out the cafe. Let's see. Cafe, do you have any caffeine for me? There's a menu out here. I see coffee on here, but I'm not sure the extent of this coffee. Guess I can ask. Hi there. How are you?
Good, how you doing?
I'm doing well, thank you. I had a quick question. What blends do you have back here?
I have regular and decaf.
Regular and decaf? Okay. Do we have any creamers or syrups? I'm on TV. You don't have to be on TV if you don't want to. Okay, no worries.
What channel are you on? Are you
It's just my YouTube channel. Yeah, you're not actually being broadcast or
Okay,
anything.
so I'm on YouTube. My grandkids watch YouTube. They'll be
Oh,
like,
okay. Do you want to give them a shout out real quick?
No, I really
Okay, no worries. You don't have to say anything.
What-
How about I do this? How about I go for I'll just go for a regular coffee then.
So you have a YouTube channel. What do you do on your YouTube channel?
I just make vlogs of my everyday life, you know. So
So
they're
now
mostly
you say,
centered
hey, I'm
around
at
travel.
Franklin Park, at the conservatory.
Yeah, I've actually been around outside, literally around the
Okay.
entire park and
See,
everything.
I'm talking to Gail, and you can just give me a little shot.
Oh, okay, so she wants to be in it now. All right, so go ahead and talk to him real quick.
Hi, Max. Hi, Golden.
And that was it right there. Now, it was Gail, is that correct?
Yes.
Gail, okay, so Gail's walking me through the coffee and everything. As you guys heard me a little bit earlier, I was talking about coming into the cafe and seeing what they had for coffee-wise. So we've got regular coffee in here. We've got a little bit of creamer and stuff over on this side. But you also said we had some frappuccinos over there as well, right?
And we had a cold brew.
Cold brew, okay. Oh, okay, I see you got some syrups back there as well. Okay. How about, it is pretty hot outside, Gail, so how about I do an iced coffee instead? If you guys are here at the Botanical Garden, make sure you come check out Gail real quick. Say hello to her in the Garden Cafe. Thank you, appreciate you. We have snagged ourselves a little iced coffee, which is a very nice welcome refreshment on this very hot day. Very nice lady in there as well. If you guys are here, Botanical Gardens, they do have a cafe, and they do have coffee and snacks and different lunch options in there. So if you're hungry or if you need a quick break, step inside and grab yourself a little refreshment. So I guess I'm just gonna go ahead and quickly taste test this coffee. I'm not having too high expectations. And we got a nice consistency down there on the bottom. Just gonna try and get some more of the syrup moving around in there before we give it an official taste. I think the total for this iced coffee was like maybe $2, $3. And then, as I mentioned earlier, she actually gave me the shots for free. So I tipped those back to her as a thank you. Actually, surprisingly, not too bad. Got hazelnut and oat milk. If you guys are in the Botanical Gardens and you need a little coffee break or a pit stop, cafe is Cam Brown Vlogs approved. Go ahead and go check it out. Let's see what Auntie says.
Very good.
Not bad, right?
Mm-hmm.
You want one?
This. Oh, no, thank you.
You sure?
Yeah.
Look at that. We got ourselves a meal as well, so we can try some of the food. So let's throw that on the vlog and see how things are.
I just got egg sandwiches and zucchini bread for us to share.
Very cool, very cool. Mom, you grab anything?
Ice water.
Ice water, okay.
Yeah.
Mom was grabbing essentials in there.
Yeah, I got some water because it's hot.
Okay.
Oh gosh.
So, little egg sandwich, courtesy of Sis.
Garden Cafe.
Everybody's munching. Let's give it a taste test. See how we like it.
Yeah, it's just
I actually haven't had an egg sandwich or egg salad sandwich in a long time. Like a long, long time. I wasn't expecting anything, you know, super, super out of this world, but the fact that they even have the cafe at all and you can come and get a little pit stop is very nice. So, I appreciate it.
Trinity Rodman.
yeah. Yeah.
All right, here we go. Trying the zucchini bread. Looks nice and moist and spongy, so let's give it a go. Ready, team? 3, 2, 1, cheers. Oh, that's very good.
That was good.
Like, really good. That's like spiced.
It has like a.
Like pumpkin spice almost. Cinnamon kind of flavor. What do you think?
It's really good. I really like the flavor of it. I was surprised. I was thinking it might be a little dry.
Wow.
But it's very good. And there's like a crispy on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
Auntie, what you think?
It's nice and moist, and there's not a whole lot of. Sometimes they overwhelm you with nuts, but it's not like that. It's good.
Yeah, that's actually surprisingly very good. Like, really good. Like, I might have to get another one of those good.
Yeah, I'm like, give me a coffee with
that
it.
with coffee is banging. Holy crap.
We should all take a sip of your coffee.
Hey. Unbeknownst to us, the zucchini bread is actually the unsung hero of the botanical gardens. That's delicious. If you guys are here, the coffee's great. I'm sure the rest of the menu items are great. The egg salad sandwich great. But the zucchini bread,
Right? Yeah, I tasted
that
it too. I was like,
is a hidden secret of the botanical gardens, for sure. I think at this point we're good to keep exploring. We refueled a little bit. How's everybody feeling? Good?
Good.
Good? Auntie? Good? Cool? Ready to rock?
Ready.
Let's do it. Okay. Wow. This is awesome. So cool. Holy crap. I'm guessing by the signs and everything up here, the atmosphere and the temperature of this biome, as they call it, is meant to mimic here in Nepal. So this is really, really cool. It's nice and muggy and hot in here, obviously to be suitable for the plants and the wildlife to grow. But this is so cool that they've got this available for you to just come in and check out everything. Almost like those exhibits you visit when you're at the zoo or when you go to a theme park, kind of recreating an area or atmosphere. Same thing here, but with actual real plants. And as always with everything, just like outside, they've got it all labeled. So if you are a big botanist or a big plant fanatic, you can come and check out, I'm assuming, pretty much any type of plant you can find. Wow, look at this stuff, man. This is cool. This is cool. Whoa, 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 whoa. Real moss. Masako is getting goosebumps as I speak. For those of you who don't know who Masako is, that is our dear friend from Japan, and she is a moss fanatic. Make sure you check out our Japan vlog and see Masako and her absolute love of moss in our temple vlog. Oh, stepping into another section here. Look at this stuff. Wow, wow, wow. So pretty. So pretty. Wow, wow, wow. I think I'm gonna find a good spot to take a thumbnail in here and then reconvene with the family. They really do make this super scenic for you to come and enjoy the exhibit. Excuse me, but it's like little bridges and walkways cut out in here, stairwells and stuff. All sorts of greenery, and the sunlight coming through. It just leads into the other biomes. I mean, like, it's really nice. Yeah, this is definitely a desert biome. The air in here is hot, but you immediately notice the difference in humidity. It's not muggy, it's dry air. Wow. I'm gonna work my way up here instead. Look at that thing. Crown of thorns. These are real cactus kind of snaking along these walls in here. So best be careful not to bump into anything Might prick yourself. What the heck is that? Looks like a Tangela from Pokemon. More cacti. All different types of cacti. And agave. This one's called Mangave. But I saw the sign. Ooh. I thought I bricked myself right there. I saw the sign walking up here, and there's definitely agave leaves out here, and aloe. Check this out. Wow. So cool. Again, I mentioned this once outside, but it is so cool to see these plants in their natural form. Again, we see aloe vera and agave, sweetener, and all that stuff in the stores. But to see it all in its natural form alongside some of the other plants and fauna that grow native or naturally around it is just so, so cool to me. Very cool. Let's come down through here. Some more cacti over there. Those guys look really spiky. Holy crap. Let's see if I can get you guys a close up of that. That's cool. And this is just the main kind of central area of the biome, which is cool. This is obviously meant to mimic the desert biome. So take a quick peek right here. You can see these, I'm assuming these highlighted areas, are all the different places that this, oops, is supposed to mimic. Pretty dang cool. Now this place apparently has a bonsai tree, and looks like it's named the Show House. Is this place pretty? Holy crap. Welcome to the Show House. I see the little bonsai trees that they've been talking about here. But, wow, this is a big one. I've only seen like little tiny desk-sized ones. This guy's pretty big though. He's definitely about the size of my upper torso. Again, I'm no botanist, but from what I know about bonsai, you have to snip their branches and stuff like that. I don't really know if they're a difficult tree to tend to, but they're very pretty. I like them. There's some more over here. The name tag on this guy actually says Fig. Green Island. So I'm wondering if maybe this is a fig bonsai or fig tree of some sort. Let's go investigate our friend over here on the far side as well. Whew. One thing, if you are coming to visit, bring water and a personal fan, because it's hot out here, man. Holy crap. This guy also says fig. Same thing on this side. Okay, let's see if they've got a little deeper in the show house for us to explore. Let's see. Ah, this is a different bonsai. This guy says umbrella tree. And you can definitely actually kind of tell a difference in the type of bonsai that it looks like. There's a nice little umbrella canopy kind of look to this guy. That's cool. This is called a natal plum. He's got a very interesting shape to him. Wow, this thing grows to be 60 years old. Holy crap. It's a long time. That's a really cool looking bonsai tree. Now that's one that I feel like I would want in my house, around my desk or something like that. Check that out, guys. Like, that's sick. That's super cool. I love that. I'm not gonna lie. Exploring around this botanical garden, I didn't quite know what I was getting myself into. It's much bigger than I anticipated, but we've covered quite a bit of ground. Let's reconvene with the group and see how much we have left. Hello. We've reconvened with the family, and I'm showing them the bonsai area that I just showed you guys. This was actually my favorite one out of all the ones that I've checked out. They got a couple different types in here. The umbrella one is really, really awesome. You can go up close and see it. It tells you how long it takes for them to grow and stuff. It's a what, Mom? Oh, it's a chefy. That's cool. And then on the opposite side, they've got that other one that's got like the really cool, like kind of like winding design to it. That's easily my other favorite one here in here. So this is what I guess they call a natal plum. And that one's like 60 something years that it takes to grow, or how long it lasts. Yeah, it's crazy. Whoa. That's pretty freaking cool. This area is called the Palm House. The John F. Wolfe Palm House, to be exact. Holy crap. Yeah, this looks great. Wow. It's just like... Okay, at this point, me and Pocket 3 are running low on battery. This is just beautiful, man. They did such a good job with the architecture and the design out here. I think there's even a restaurant, it looks like, down there of some sort. That's pretty cool. But wow, 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 wow. Yeah, there's some type of seating area or restaurant inside that building. And we are finally working our way back around to the original objective, which was just the kind of paid area out back. It's like I guess like an art exhibit, so to speak. Maybe, I don't know. But we're finally making it out back to these little structures here that you see when you're peeking through the railing and through the guards and stuff like that, as you're walking on the trails behind this thing. But man, I had no idea how massive of a property this place is. It looks like there's a central kind of entryway out of the Palm House into this area. So I'm just gonna use the last little bit of my camera battery to record this and let you guys see what this looks like, because it just looks, holy crap. Yeah, check this out. Wow, 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 so cool. This property is huge. I've literally exhausted basically 2 full charges of my camera and myself, honestly, just walking around this giant area. But it looks like we finally made it. This is called Wolf Terrace. And this back here is the area, the art gallery that we were looking at and that we saw in between the railing as we were walking on the trails out back. Wow, wow, wow. I had no idea that Franklin Park was this massive. I mean, I expected a park, but not like a full-on like park. This is, I'm assuming, the last area, save maybe like 1 or 2 spots indoors that I haven't checked out. This is the last major outdoor area, though, that I think is left for me to explore. So let's explore. Really, really, really good job. Look at this. Wow. That is so cool. Wow, wow, wow. I've got little animal designs on here. And if you look even closer, you can see lights. So that tells me that these guys light up at night, or maybe around holidays or special events, and I'm sure add to the atmosphere that's created by this. This exhibit, actually, as I'm coming up on this right now, is called Fall. So that's just really cool. Oh, maybe there's different sections of the exhibit. I think that might be the theme here. Because this section over here is called summer. Yeah, there is. That section over there that we just walked through is called spring. And way over on that other side is called winter. Yeah, and you can see the differences between them. This has got butterflies and caterpillars. If you remember a little bit further over there in the winter section, it was like birds and squirrels and pine cones and all that stuff. You can even see the snow kind of artificially put on top of the little rings. That's really cool. Coming up on the central structure over here. It's like 3 kind of shark fins. That's what it looks like. But here we go. We've got a sign over here. And this is called the Nav Star. Stainless steel sculpture commissioned as the centerpiece of a Mariflora International Horticulture Exposition held at Franklin Park Conservatory in 1992. Sculpture is intended to invoke sleek, billowing sail shapes, appearing as ships on the horizon. I think it definitely gives that. Easternmost sail points to the North Star and arcs upward at a 40-degree angle. Yeah, I'm definitely getting the sail shape appearance going on here. That's well done. Now this is really cool. Welcome to the Garden Railway. Explore a retrospective of the botanical structural artwork of Paul Bus, I don't know, the founder of the Applied Imagination. Walk through 4 unique model train displays that unfold the history of Paul and his lasting relationship with Franklin Park Conservatory and Botanical Gardens. Well, don't mind if I do, Paul. Let's explore your exhibit, my friend. Oh, they weren't kidding. These are legitimate railways. Pretty cool. Wow, wow, wow. Oh my gosh. Wow. That's pretty cool. Actually, very cool. Wow. I don't know what it is about these little exhibits. I've been around a couple of them. Last one that I went to was at the B&O Railway. They had a small little kind of, what's it called? Model train set built outside that was running. These are so cool to me. Look at this. Over here as well. They said there were 4. This one's a little bit more interesting. It's got kind of like a tiki look to it. It's called the Tiger House. And the Monkey House. Okay. I see the little monkey back there. Well, I see all of your monkeys and tigers, but where's the trains, Paul? I came here to see the locomotives. Ah, here we go. Which way are you going, left or straight? There we go. We found our locomotive, guys. OHIO, baby. Approaching another section of the town over here. We are in the Wild Wild West Town, home of the plants of the Wild West Town. Let's see. He's got lime twisters in here, red carpet stone crops, and white stone crops. Aplenty. But again, Paul, where's the trains, man? Where's the locomotives?
There was a train that had just 2 cars to it, but I haven't seen it in a while.
It's disappeared.
Yeah.
Paul's skimping us on the trains. I don't know how I feel about that. But you know what? Even without the trains, his little saloon and his Western display over here, this is pretty cool. I like this. If only I could just have an Ohio State Buckeye train running through here. That would be a nice little clip to have, for sure. While I'm here, I might as well visit the last of the 4 towns. This is Fairy Tale Land, right over here. And I can see why. It's got a nice little range of all the prettiest flowers, I'd say, out of here. And look at the castle. And the carriage.
Thomas the tank engine comes through. You just have to wait for him.
You said what?
Thomas the tank engine comes through. You just gotta wait for him.
Oh, he actually does?
Yeah.
Woohoo!
Here he comes. I can hear him.
Okay, let's see if we can get a shot of Thomas. Oh yeah, he does. Go, Thomas, go. Through Fairy Tale Land he goes. said you found Rapunzel's castle?
Yeah, look, see?
That's so cool. Oh yeah, look at that. This really is Fairy Tale
It
Land.
says, please do not touch the trains as you may disturb the princesses.
Ah, that's actually really funny.
So cool.
Wow, very cool. Very, very cool. Mother knows best. Okay, so I stand corrected. This is actually the last outdoor area that we have not explored. This is the kids section of the Botanical Garden. And don't be fooled, even though it's a kids section, this outdoor area still looks pretty cool, in my opinion. Same attention to detail with structures and, you know, all that stuff. They really did a good job out here.
The secret kids entrance with me.
Oh yeah, I didn't know there was a secret kids entrance.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, let's do it.
Secret 35-year-old.
Yeah. Let's see what we do. Okay. We're entering through the secret kids entrance. This looks like it's codenamed Kids Next Door. This is pretty cool. Wow. And then it pops out here. Now that's pretty cool.
The things are closed.
Oh, let's take a peek. Let's see if we can see with the Pocket 3. Let's see. Can we see? Oh, we can. Wow, that's really cool, actually.
Oh, some what? Oh, spin the.
Spin this.
Yeah, when you spin the kaleidoscope, it makes.
Wow.
So cool.
Very cool. That's awesome. The kids section is actually kind of fun, man. How come they got all the good stuff? Yeah. Let's see. What are we walking up on over here?
Here's your phone camera.
This is called the. Oh, thank you. This is called the Bee Hotel. Is this the Bee Hotel from Danville by chance?
Did you know that not all bees live in colonies? Some bees are solitary and they live alone. Solitary bees
Hello, little bee hotel.
like ours. That is so cute.
Well, Cam Brown Vlogs is known for going off the beaten path, so off the beaten path we go. I don't know if this leads to anywhere.
I think it just is another way around for kids to, you know, just explore and do.
Yeah,
If you have
this is
kids,
just.
This is fantastic.
Or if you're a big kid like me on the inside,
Right.
this is fantastic. Just gonna squeeze my way through here. Wow, and it opens up into a literal whole nother area. Wow, wow, wow. Little area over there, shaded area over here for the kids to play, and like some xylophones or some type of something over there. Oh, it's a sound bowl. Of course, come to a botanical garden that's humongous, and she somehow finds the sound bowls inside of here. It's pretty cool. Whoa! Hi there. This is called the Bebop Corner over here. I can see why. Plenty to bebop with. Actually sounded pretty good.
It does sound pretty good.
Wow.
I was impressed.
I'm so easily impressed. Wow.
It'd be like, TikTok.
Yeah, I'm like I did not expect that to sound as good as it did. Holy crap.
Right?
That's like straight off of like a freaking kids transition for a show or something. They're like, follow me, Bing Bong. Brrrr.
Now, this is what I expected it to be.
Yeah. A little bit of sound in there, not bad.
Yeah, nothing's happening with that one, but
All right.
the idea is there.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Kato, we gotta move. I only got 20% battery left, so we gotta try and squeeze in this section and then the koi pond inside.
Okay, yeah, we'll have to take off.
What do we have through this area? Ah, puppet show theater. So this is where they put on all the performances at the Botanical Gardens. Not much seating options, but I guess they make it work. There's another area over here called the Kids Cottage of the Fischl Foundation. This is really just a giant pueblo of sorts. There's little ones playing in there, so I won't bother them. They're having their own little fun time, but it was like a little hut inside for the little ones to play in. That's pretty cool. This to me is probably one of the coolest parts of the kids exhibit. They have this giant kind of treehouse terrace back here. This is super cool. I would have loved this when I was a kid. I literally was just saying, I was like, I would have loved this when I was a kid, man.
What the heck?
This giant overhang area to run through.
Oh, we can take a telephone so you can talk to the people who are up there.
That's cool.
That is so neat.
Wow, wow, wow.
Man, makes me want to play.
I know. I'm not gonna go up on there because I don't want to bother the thing. Yeah. But wow,
How freaking cool.
that is pretty cool. There's little hammocks that the kids can lay in, like nets and stuff. Kind of like
If you come here, you can kind of see it.
Yeah.
Standing on it.
kind of like the hammocks and nets that are in the lounges in Tulum, Mexico. It's that same kind of idea where it's just a suspended net. You can rest and just chill out. Someone's been watching My Hero and One Piece and Naruto. That's funny. They even have a little water park area. I'm actually gonna head this way to give you guys a better view of it walking up to the water. It's like a little babbling brook. It's like a little babbling brook, if I can speak, slash stream that runs into a little pool down at the bottom. So, waterfall up there at the front, trickles into a pool, and then from there goes all the way down
That is so cool.
into a pool down there for the little ones to play in. That's absolutely awesome. Man,
So cool.
if I had this when I was a kid, dude,
Yeah, this is like
I'd have been
ultimate.
begging
Please, this
my
is-
mom and my dad to bring me here every day.
Wow.
This is awesome. Very cool. The only question is, where's the adult version?
Right?
Because I would still come here for
Yeah,
that.
I'm like, who says
Pack
that
me
the
a-
adults don't want to do that?
Yeah, pack me a lunch and a book. Maybe bring my Steam Deck and I'll be chilling out here, man.
This is huge.
It's really big. So, despite all the walking and this very, very, very long day, there is still one exhibit that I wanted to check out before I closed off my experience at the Botanical Gardens. If you remember at the beginning, we turned and went to the right and explored the indoor biomes all around that side. We never actually went to the left. So I'm working my way back over here. There's one more biome called the Pacific Island Water Garden. And this one in particular caught my eye because of this. Oh, those fish are massive. My gosh. And look at the pond and everything like that. And just in case you were wondering, those fish are alive. There you go. You can see them moving. They're just resting down there. For a split second, I was a little scared that maybe we were filming some unlucky fishes, but they are alive. They're okay. Holy crap. This is like rainforest type material. I'm gonna squeeze through here real quick. Show you guys. Excuse me, do you mind if I slide through here? Thank you. Look at that. I literally feel like I'm in Disneyland almost. This is so cool. Looks like they're building some more onto the exhibit back here. Sign actually says, "Please excuse our mess. horticulture installation is in progress. Pretty cool. I do see someone over there. I don't know if they're staff, but there must be some way that you can get through and explore that section as well. This is so cool. Looks like there might be a small vantage point up here. Yeah. Wow. And just like that, I'm the king of the jungle. And again, for context, this is just one biome. So cool. I'm very impressed. So I think that's it. That's everything in terms of the entire coverage of the Botanical Gardens. We covered a lot more ground than I anticipated covering. I didn't expect it to be this big and this expansive. This is like a legit theme park kind of vibe going on here. But man, it was such a treat to be able to come out here. And in my opinion, well worth the $22, $23 that we paid for entry. It was really, really awesome experience. I highly recommend coming and checking out the Botanical Gardens. Yeah, so I guess other than that, I'll go ahead and cap off the vlog here. Running on 10% battery, so this is a great stopping point. I appreciate you guys for watching. And as always, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Hope you enjoyed.